Or let's go to Mark Walker of North Carolina, Republican congressman, and just elected by his peers as the vice chair, the GOP conference chair. Congressman, congratulations to you.
Thanks, Neil. Appreciate that.
Do you look at these developments, Congressman? I know you have a lot on your plate, and including wanting to maybe find some common ground with Democrats on a host of other issues. I'm sure Theresa May isn't like at the tip of your tongue, but the concern that we are financially vulnerable if things go kablooey there. What do you think?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind here in the Capitol, not too far from the Winston Churchill bust, I was reminded of one of his quotes, "If you're going through hell, keep going." That's kind of what that situation is with Brexit. I do applaud her for trying to stick as close as she can to the original referendum that I think will have their exit here in March of 2019. But when it comes to how that impacts the inner workings of the House, I think that's yet to be seen. I think a lot of that will be post-March as we go into next year.
This might be in the weeds, Congressman, but the president and Theresa May apparently had a phone call. She called him on Air Force One as he was heading out to Paris for the World War I commemorations. And he apparently lit into her on Brexit, that she was dragging her feet, that the people had decided this issue in Britain over 2 years ago. What's going on? I'm paraphrasing, but he was expressing frustration with that. Do you share that frustration that the will of the people, at least at the time, is not being honored?
Well, I don't normally get into what the people of Great Britain should or shouldn't be doing. I am focused as far as how much it impacts us, but I won't take a pass completely saying, yes, in any place, any country, any civilization, if the people have spoken, part of the leader's responsibility is to follow through. It's been a little delayed, but I am glad to see there is something on the date to moving forward at this point.
In the meantime, sir, Bill Pascrell, your colleague from New Jersey, a Democrat who sits on the House Ways and Means subcommittee and will likely chair the one that deals with trade issues, has said he wants to take another look at the accord the president signed with the Canadians and the Mexicans. The first clear sign that the Democrats are really going to hold this president, maybe Republicans in a larger degree here, to account on trade deals we thought were effectively signed off on. Are you worried?
I'm worried, but I'm more frustrated because these are deals that actually help the American people. Why in the world would our Democrat friends and colleagues throw some kind of grenade into this trade agreement when we've already seen manufacturers' limits go up that will increase jobs here? The wages in Mexico are forced to triple, actually driving up our wages. Those are the kinds of things. And the fact that Canada, for the first time, is opening up their dairy markets to our farmers, those are the people that we should be advocating and protecting. Why they're trying to roll this backwards is very confusing to us at this point.
You know, I know with your leadership election today, sir, and Kevin McCarthy beating out Jim Jordan, that we're told that many in the so-called Freedom Caucus, the Conservative Caucus, I guess it's, I don't know the numbers now, to be honest, 35 to 40, largely conservative congressmen and women who might feel sort of strangers in their own party. Are they? What do you say to them?
I certainly hope not. Let me applaud Jim Jordan. He was the first one to come up and shake Kevin McCarthy's hand. My conservative score ranking, if you will, is matched with Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows and others. There's plenty of room for all of us to get things done. I'm a conservative. I lock shoulders with those guys. As the former Republican Study Committee chairman, the largest conservative caucus, we work together to accomplish what we've promised the people, in my case, in North Carolina. That can continue. Specifically, it must continue as we are in the minority.